Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, back with another live streaming video with my live streaming video graphic memory. You guys remember that one? It's a great day today, and I'm glad that I'm here with you. I'm hoping that you get the most out of this video that I'm going to make today. And of course, like I always start saying, we're going to cover a little bit of the superficial news, the ones they might want to make you believe, that keep you entertained, the entertainment news, I could call it, fake news, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to give you maybe a little bit of the real news. And we'll go on the subject of today, which is who's to blame? Who's to blame? Good question. Who's to blame? I don't know. You tell me. Who who's to blame? Who is to blame? Those of you that are getting in there right now, this is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, back with another streaming video. We're gonna be covering some of the superficial news, the fake news, the ones that keep you entertained, the entertainment news. They call them news, but they're just keeping you entertained. And maybe a little bit of the real news. And the subject of today, which will be who's to blame? Who is to blame? Those of you that are getting in there, appreciate you. We're going to cover the superficial news, the real news, and the subject of today, who's to blame? Let's see, okay, in the superficial news, there was a jury selection for Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden is the president's son. And the president's son is going through a trial, just like the ex-president. So this ties in, and whatever later on you're going to see who's to blame. Basically, nothing is going to happen to the president's son. And I explain to you why. Even if he gets convicted, let's say he gets convicted and he gets whatever, 3 years in prison, 5 years in prison, he'll never put a foot in prison. He's the president's son. Okay? So why are you making all this rigmarole, all this show? Well, and this is possibly the way this is gonna roll. We're gonna have elections in November. Usually, the president gets to pardon a certain amount of people on Turkey Day, which is Thanksgiving Day. That's the day we pardon the turkeys, and we also pardon some criminals or people that did bad things that have influences and have a lot of money, and they're buddy with the law and the government, both. So what happens is, if Biden gets reelected, he'll pardon the his son maybe right away. But if he doesn't get reelected, he'll have to do it before inauguration, I believe. But either way, he's gonna pardon his son, because that's just, da da da. You are gonna pardon your son. It doesn't matter what kind of bad things he did. He's your son, and you're gonna try to help him if you can. So enough of that. We could put that on the side already because that's fake news. That's just propaganda. That's keeping you entertained. Not me. I got better things to do. But I'll just let you know so that you don't follow that. You ignore that. Second one. Okay, second one. Let's see. That's the first one. The second one would be four more Israeli hostages died in Hamas custody. Okay, are they just showing you these pictures little by little? You got to ask that question, okay? Because what happens is they might have done, I'm really sorry about all this right here. I mean, this is something that's unexplainable. The situation in the Middle East is like just preposterous. But are they just gonna keep on milking it like that, like saying, "Okay, we're gonna show you these people. We these people are gone, and then we're gonna show you another four. These people are gone, and then they just keep on extending the time, and they don't get on with it. Like saying, "Okay, we have all these people, and out of all these people, we don't have these people." Okay, they should just say it out loud like that, but they don't do that. They keep milking it and milking it and keeping the families suffering. That's just not right. It's not right. I don't see it right. I just don't see it. I mean, my heart goes out to all those people that are that are suffering in these conflicts. And I don't even like to talk about this stuff because I'm what they call apolitical. Apolitical. So, but my heart goes out to you. This is actually, you know, keeping people on the edge of their seat, and it's not right. It's just not right. Moving on to some real news. Mexico has elected its first female president, Mrs. Claudia. I hope I said this right. Chabon, Chibon, Chibon, Chibon. Claudia Chibon. That's a fairly big last name for a president. President Claudia. Well, let's call Claudia. President Claudia of Mexico. Congratulations. You're the president now. I hope you do well. I hope you get this thing straight. I hope you work with us on the border situations. I hope you work with us with the people that are here, the people that are there. I hope everything gets straightened out because I have a lot of Mexican friends. They're all my friends, and they love my music, and I like their music too. So I even put a Mexican hat on me every now and then. And I even play trumpet and I even play mariachi. That's just because I want to. Not because nobody told me to. But yeah. Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, alias El Más Mafioso. I'm gonna tell you a little bit story about this my latest record in a little bit, but for now, we're gonna talk about the subject of the day, which is who's to blame? Who's to blame? We all want to blame somebody, either for something that bad that happened to us. It's usually something bad that happened to us. You want to put the blame on somebody else because you don't want to take responsibility. Usually, you don't want to take responsibility for your mistakes. And we as human beings, even me, the space rocker of the planet Earth, which I make a lot of mistakes, but It doesn't matter. I think the smarter you are, the more mistakes you make. So, you know, some people just don't have any common sense, and I may be one of them. So, look, who's to blame? You got to take responsibility for yourself. Okay? Everything, and mostly, I don't want to generalize, but mostly everything that happens to you is because of you. And always you want to pinpoint somebody, you want to say, okay, if so and so didn't do this, maybe it wouldn't be the way it is for me right now. But I tell you what, every little step that you take will lead you either to progress or to fall behind. And it doesn't really matter. You go through life and you learn, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up, you fall, you get up. This starts happening as soon as you start walking. And so, who's to blame? Well, once you reach a certain age, and usually that age is becoming later and later these years. And I mean, I love my millennials and everything, millennials and all, but you guys are just taking a little longer to get there. And usually the first people that you blame in your life is your parents. Why? Because basically you spent a whole, a good 20 years with them, maybe more. These days it's like 30 or 40. But I know people that are 40 years old still living with their parents. How's that? Yep. But it's just the situation. Who's to blame? Who's to blame? Okay, you could blame the government, right? For everything that's happening right now. But if you think about it, how about if you just say, I'm going to just put the government aside and I'm going to do my thing the best way I can do it, and I don't have to blame anybody. Put the government aside and start working on your goals. Start working on your craft. Start making every day count. Shut down the TV and the fake news and all the other distractions in your life, and start doing something for yourself, and start seeing every single day how you get better in whatever it is that you do. It doesn't matter. It could be you're a painter, or you could be like the best air conditioning repair guy. Whatever you want to do, in every single day, you try to do the best you can with what God gave you. And then you'll see how you're going to little by little escalate. You're taking your steps, and it's a journey. You learn, you fall, you learn, you fall. And then you don't have to blame anybody. See? Because unfortunately, you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Okay? Most of us aren't born with a silver spoon in our mouth. And we have to make it happen on our own. Okay? Since day one. Maybe your parents will give you a little help here and there, but hey, there's a certain point where you gotta help them instead of them helping you. So don't put the blame on anybody. Every single thing that has happened to you is a product of your own journey, of your own doing, of your own learning. And make it in a way where it flows. Okay, so I made a mistake. Laugh about it. I made a mistake. Okay, well, let me try to learn from this and not do it again. If you like me, you probably just make a mistake 20 times. And then, you go like, okay, do I want to make it again on the 21st time? Maybe I'll learn then. Well, some of us just, take a little longer. But maybe you are way better and you can make a mistake and not make it again. And just keep going. And don't worry about nobody. Don't worry about nobody. Just work on you and work on your peace. Because peace starts with you, nobody else. And all these nonsense that's happening right now, all these wars, all these conflicts, all this nonsense, all these government people that are trying to rule us in the wrong direction. You gotta stay away from all that. Just stay away from it and work on you. Work on your peace. Work on helping the other guy if you see him in trouble. It's funny, like nobody calls anybody anymore except the telemarketers. Oh yeah, they still call people, and the robocalls, they still call people. And they haven't been calling me lately, but I wouldn't be surprised if I get a call this afternoon by some robot. Everybody wants to text, or everybody wants to email, or everybody wants to do this or that, or nobody has time for anybody. That's because they don't know how to get out of it. Most people in a hole just trying to climb the hole and trying to climb it. When they get almost to the point where they get outside of the hole, somebody kicks them in the face, boom, and they're right back in the hole. And that's what's happening. But who's to blame? Who's to blame? You have to blame yourself. You have to do it. Because once you get out of that hole, and you're gonna have to evade that kick. And just get out of there and just go and get that guy in the hole and just get out and start running. That's just the way I feel. Most of my life I felt that way, believe it or not. But I'm learning better now. I'm learning that it's all because of you. It's all because of you, nobody else. You gotta go like, okay, I take full responsibility for whatever happens because it's on me. And once you start doing that, you start escalating little by little, little by little, little by little. And you're going to see a change in you. And you're going to see that other people are looking at you and saying, "Oh man, look at him go. Look at how she look at that girl. Look at her go." People are going to start to notice. And once people start to notice, it's over, baby. Because they can't take it away from you. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. This guy right here, El Más Mafioso. Tony Dizant, El Más Mafioso. That's my alias. Okay? I'm the space rocker of the planet Earth, alias Tony Dizant, el más mafioso. But I will have a little tale about that thing, that piece of artwork later on. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth, still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today, with the message of who's to blame? You are. I'll see you on my next video.